No, 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 no. Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, Final Fantasy 15. I won't say it. Don't give me that. You can't make me. Destiny. Destiny. No escaping that for me. Destiny. Destiny. No escaping that for me. Destiny. Destiny. Full disclosure, I have played a little bit of Titanfall 2, not as much as I would like to. It's not been just Destiny for me, but it's been a lot of Destiny. A lot. And in honor of that, I am wearing my Destiny Triumph Year 2 shirt today. Even got... You might hear some jingle bells going on. I don't know if you can see that. Got Ace Walters across there. So yeah, I'm sitting in a tree today because it's really close to Christmas. Well, not really close. There's a few days left. But yeah, so if you hear some odd jingling and rustling, it's because I'm sitting in a tree. Obviously, today's topic is Destiny. I've been playing a lot of Destiny. A lot of Destiny. I've thoroughly, yeah, that's a word now, thoroughly enjoyed Rise of Iron. There's really cool new areas of the Earth to explore. The Cosmodrome, it's still a Cosmodrome. I know it's the Plaguelands, but it's still that area. It's not a brand new part of Earth. It's like you're not going to Miami or anything. You're still in a lot of snow. But new parts of Earth to explore, a really cool new social space that they really engaged. They really engaged and saw what the player base was doing while they were in the tower, and that's jumping around trying to get to places they shouldn't. So they incorporated that into the new tower, or in the new social space. You can climb to the tops of Fellwinter Peak and look down and do your best to try to get back down without dying. It's just as hard to get back down as it is to get back up without dying. So there's some really cool new features. There's a new sword that looks cool. Its perks are kind of it's not bad. I would definitely take other exotics over it, but it's still a cool thing. And then one of the best primaries in the game is the new exotic, but it's a very specific and a very long, arduous quest line to get. But still, it gets you one of the best primaries in the game. So those are the kind of things that I'm liking about the Rise of Iron. I mean, the storyline was great. It was a little short in my opinion. I wish it was a little longer, but the end mission was, if every mission could be like that mission, Destiny would have like so much better story, so much more engagement, and so much more like focus. It felt focused, and that was something that I feel like some of Destiny's missions and storylines have lacked in the past, is focus. So it's definitely a great DLC. Definitely number 2 of the DLCs. Taken King is still number 1, but this is definitely a number 2. Great raid. Kind of a boring raid. I don't want to say boring. I take that back. Not boring raid, but simple. It's pretty simple mechanics, and that's fine because it's a fun raid, and that's kind of what I think it was meant to be. It was supposed to be a fun raid that you can do and get through with friends and people that haven't done it before, aren't completely lost. There's some mechanics at the end that get kind of a little, hard to comprehend. Not hard to comprehend, but just if you haven't done it before, it's kind of hard to follow what's going on. But pretty simple. Throw a ball and then shoot. You throw the ball at the big ugly guy and then you shoot him. I mean, that's essentially what this raid is, but it's still a fun raid, and it's still a great one. So Rise of Iron is definitely 2 thumbs up as far as DLC goes. Now on to my issues with Rise of Iron. It's definitely a DLC that you can see that they're working on Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is definitely their focus right now. Rise of Iron was not. Not to say that it's bad, but definitely Destiny 2 was what the entire Bungie was working on and side teams were doing this DLC. I like it, but it feels skimpish. Is that a word? It's a word now, skimpish. Because there weren't a whole lot of new exotics. They're bringing out some new ones. We had the really cool Festival of the Lost going on, and all that brings in the masks, and we got to get new sparrows and new ghosts and we got to ride around on a broom and pretend we were Harry Potter for a while and try to figure out how to play Quidditch within Destiny. But there's a lot of reskins, if that makes sense. There's a brand new update coming out Tuesday called The Dawning, and it's their holiday. It's their holiday event. The Sparrow Racing is going to be back. There's probably new armor. They're bringing in some new exotics, but mainly they're just Thunderlord, but for Solar and Void. That's all I've seen. And then they're bringing back Icebreaker, which is a big deal. Icebreaker's a great gun, and it's a big deal to bring it back. But I felt like that's what most of Rise of Iron was just bringing exotics, year 1 exotics, into year 3 now, I guess. Whoa. We're in year 3. But yeah, it was just to bring them forward. There weren't a whole lot of new exotics. They were just saying, hey, we're bringing Galley back, which is fine. But come on. Really. I mean, come up with some new stuff. But again, like I said earlier, they're definitely focused on Destiny 2. So this was kind of not an afterthought, but definitely kind of a side project. I'm going to talk a little bit more about The Dawning that's coming up. Sparrow Racing League is going to be amazing. That was one of my favorite parts of last year. And so we've got The Dawning coming up, and that's going to bring back several new exotics and bring back old exotics and probably lots of new gear, lots of holiday themed gear. So I would not doubt it if there's some sort of Santa hood or Santa helmet or something along the lines that give you the impression of Christmas or even Hanukkah. I don't know. Whatever holidays you like to celebrate, I'm sure they'll try to incorporate something in there. So The Dawning's coming up, which is going to give us a lot of content for a couple weeks. The Sparrow Racing League will only last for a couple weeks. And then we're going to hit a drought in January till about, I would guess, from January to April. I'm guessing. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But my guess is from January until April, there'll be nothing. Hate to disappoint you, but since Destiny 2 is the next slated release in the Destiny timeline, I expect we'll have a drought in January, February, March, April. I bet they do like they did last year. They may bring back another exotic. I mean, the only one I can think of. No, they're not going to bring back an exotic. What I have a feeling is going to happen in April. From April to the release of Destiny 2, whatever timeline that is, it could be till September. I'm not exactly sure. But from April till Destiny 2, I imagine that they're gonna throw their gloves off and say, whatever weapon, whatever armor you have, you can bring it up to current light level. They're gonna just wipe the floor with trying to keep Fatebringer in the past. Fatebringer is gonna be coming forward within April, May update. I would imagine that they're gonna say, here, you get to have any gun that you've had in the past now. Every gun is now infusible up to current light levels. And that's a good thing, because they're just going to placate people until Destiny 2 comes out. And I feel like that's a good placation. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for, but that's the word I'm using to keep people interested until Destiny 2. I'm not reading a poem by Walt Whitman, and I know that's kind of the point of this show, but I am keeping up culture, and we're going to read another poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. It's called Christmas Bells, considering the season, and I'm in front of a Christmas tree. But yeah, Christmas Bells by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. I kept the W. There is a W connection, so that's a good thing. I heard the bells on Christmas Day. Their old familiar carols play, and wild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And thought how as the day had come, the belfries of all Christendom had rolled along the unbroken song of peace on earth, goodwill to men, till ringing, singing on its way, the world revolved from night to day. A voice, a chime, a chant sublime of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then, from each black accursed mouth, the cannon thundered in the south, and made forlorn the households born of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And in despair I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said, for hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then pealed the bells more loud and deep. God is not dead, nor does he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail, with peace on earth, goodwill to men. I think that's a good poem. Whatever your religious beliefs are, that this time of year, it's the time of year of love and giving, not taking and receiving. And as much as the world, no matter the politics, the wars, hate is strong, but love is stronger. And we need to keep that in mind and ring those Christmas bells. Goodbye.